Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura. It is a pleasure to read for you guys today. I'm doing angel messages for the next 7 days. I am filming this on May 23rd, so if you're watching it in real time, this may be for the upcoming week. But not necessarily. I'm making this a timeless reading, so whenever you choose these messages, there's something in here for you. I don't know why, but today on the piles I have two different stones. They just fell out that way, so I went ahead and took them. So on pile one we have a Arrowhead Obsidian and a Malachite. So the Malachite is kind of about abundance and the Obsidian is about getting rid of negativity. On pile two, we have a Citrine, which is all about joy and happiness, and we have an Amethyst, which is about clear thinking, helps with addictions, that kind of thing. And as we've talked about on this channel so many times, addictions can be anything. You can be addicted to a person, you can be addicted to ice cream, whatever. You can be addicted to a pattern, a negative pattern or a way of thinking. So on pile three, we have the Aqua Quartz, which actually promotes angel messages. And we also have the Rose Quartz, which is all about love. So, and when I say all about love, that also includes self-love and platonic love too. Family, friends, all that kind of thing. So here's the deal. I do not have any cards down here at all. I'm going to pull them all in the process of the reading. I'm going to time it 10 minutes. So we're just going to get whatever messages wants to come through in 10 minutes. So I'm going to call this reading timeless, 10-minute angel messages. So go ahead and choose your pile, and I'll put timestamps in the description box below. You will be able to click on that timestamp and it'll take you directly to your reading. If you've never done a pick a card reading before, sometimes people choose based on the actual number, like they not like the number 1, 2, or 3. Sometimes people will choose based on the stones that are on the cards. Sometimes people choose based on the timestamps. They'll find some synchronicities in those numbers. And then some people just close their eyes, and when they open their eyes, whichever one that they are drawn to, that's the pile that they choose. However you do it is going to be the right way for you, and don't overthink it. Just be kind of pretty intuitive about it. You can't make a mistake here. Okay, so that's all for the intro. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit that bell, and you'll be notified when I upload new videos. That is, if you're interested. If you do like this particular video or this particular format, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel, it helps me. And if you know somebody that might be interested in my channel, please feel free to pass along a video or a link to my channel, or a link to a video, whatever it is that you want to pass along, that would be great. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this weekly reading for the next 7 days whenever you click on this reading. And make your choice about which pile you want to listen to. Click on the timestamp and I will see you at your reading. Welcome back, pile one. These are going to be your messages, your angel messages for the next 7 days. Pile one did have a Malachite and a Arrowhead Obsidian on it. So as I said, I'm pulling the cards as I go through the reading this week. And I'm just taking whatever pops out. It's going to be really random, so we'll just take whatever Spirit wants to talk to you about. And I'm going to start the timer, so let's just see what messages we have for pile one. Starting to come out. The 9 of Wands. The 3 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. I think I'm going to stop there on that and get a couple of the Druid Craft Tarot just for further messages. I like the images on here. Sometimes they provoke different messages, so I'll get a couple of these too. Pile one. got the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Okay, this message is loud and clear. You guys have been really working hard on something. It has to do with your coin, has to do with how you make money. Whether you've been going to school, like to get an education so that you can make money at a later date, or whether you're actually working on a new business, maybe your own kind of blog or YouTube channel, or any kind of new business. Could be, you know, you've opened a new restaurant or whatever, or a shop or something, or you provide some kind of service like an accountant. Whatever it is, these cards definitely, you got 1, 2, 3 Pentacles here and this Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about being exhausted, being worn out, battle worn. You've been working really hard. You have one final battle to go through before you start seeing some success on this enterprise that you have embarked on, that again has something to do with your finances, has something to do with money, with how you make a living. This is another card of hard work. The Three of Pentacles is like laying down roots, and this comes out loud and clear in this particular rendition of it with the Herbal Tarot, that you're actually planting seeds for a harvest later on. So that's why I feel like this is something new that you have started that requires you to do a tremendous amount of work to make it successful. And it's all for the same thing. You're looking for financial security. So that is what is important to you, not just for you, but for your family as well. So that is kind of where you're at. Well, what this message for you today is about taking a break from this and enjoying yourself and having a good time. The Seven of Pentacles talks about just basically that. You've been working really hard at something and you've reached a natural place to stop, take stock of what you have done, celebrate what you've done, because you've really accomplished a lot here. If you look at it, if you look at where you started and where you are now, you have accomplished a great deal, and you have made tremendous progress toward your goals and toward the financial stability. You're well on your way with that, but you need a break. This may come after one final push that you have to do, and then you take a break, but the message is loud and clear. You need to take a break, and you need to have fun, enjoy the company of others. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration and getting together with friends and family. This particular rendition, a lot of times it'll be a celebration of, like a wedding or something is happening like that. But this particular rendition is really about getting your friends together and going out and having a good time. That particular message shows up really loud and clear in this particular rendition in the Druid Craft Tarot. So yeah, there is something to celebrate, and I think what you need to celebrate is just how far you've come and the success that you've made on this venture that you're working toward. But get out there, have a good time, go out with your friends, think of something really fun to do. A lot of countries, things are opening back up now because the vaccine has been getting to more people. So you can get together with friends and family, and this is saying that you really need it. I mean, maybe the last year you have been focusing more on your work and finances because you've had time to do it, because we've been in a little bit of a slowdown. I'm just looking to see if there's any more messages that want to come through here, because we got a few more minutes before I need to wrap it up. Again, Page of Cups, which is minor arcana for Pisces, but also talks about, see that fish coming out of the water? This is a young person that knows how to have fun. This is often a card, a reminder that life cannot all be all about drudgery and working towards your goals. It's supposed to be fun too. So pick something, find something that you find enjoyable, maybe just going fishing, maybe going out with your friends and family, maybe going to the ocean, going for a swim or just a dip, just to stick your feet in the ocean. What do you like to do? But get out there amongst the living, go dancing, go out to dinner, go to a ball game if that's available to you, go to a concert, go to the beach, get out in nature. Fun, fun, fun. That's what the next 7 days needs to be about for you. Fun, fun, fun. Again, 10 of Wands, same thing. Overworked, overburdened, and you got the 9 and the 10. So that last hurdle that you have to work through, that last thing that you have to do is going to happen pretty quickly because 10s and endings are beginnings at the same time. So the part of your life about being so overworked and having to focus all of your energy on this particular money-making project of yours is coming to an end. That's what this is saying. It's time to celebrate, time to have fun. And actually for the next 7 days, that's all you need to be thinking about. If you don't remember what it is that you like to do to have fun, this is saying take some time out, figure out what that is. Remember what it was that you like to do to have a good time. Get in contact with people that have those same interests and get out there and have some fun. Okay, just want to wrap this up real quick for a final message from the angels and ancestors. Let's see what we got here. Final message from the angels and ancestors for pile 1. What else would you like to say, if anything? Summer, bask in joy and light. Same thing. Have fun. Figure out what to do to have fun. Very summery vibe here with the water. Maybe go to a lake. Maybe go to a river. And it's just, you know, summer months are coming up. This is the end of May. June is right around the corner. Summer months are about being outside, being with your friends and family, having get-togethers, barbecues, that kind of thing. Embrace that summer energy this week. And even if you do have to get through this last hurdle, at least be making plans for what you want to do to have fun. And from the Sacred Traveler, I just want to see if there's anything that you need to do or any action that you need to take. Anything pile 1 needs to do. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Again, figure out what it is that it brings you tremendous amount of joy and go after it. That is your next big goal in life. Fun, which is a really good goal. All right, so that's all I have for pile 1. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2 for your angel messages for the next 7 days, these are going to be your messages. So pile 2 did have the Amethyst and the Citrine on it. The Amethyst is about clear thinking, and the Citrine is about joy and happiness. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. I'm timing these 10 minutes this time. It kind of, I think it helps me actually get clear and focused, and if I do get stuck, I will stop and just meditate on the energies of the cards and then start it again. So start the timer again so that you won't be cheated out of anything at all. And also, if the messages are still coming through and something else needs to be said and it goes a little bit over 10 minutes, I'm not going to worry about that too much. I will make sure that you get the messages that Spirit wants you to have. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so let's just see what messages want to come through for pile 2 for the next 7 days. What's up with pile 2? We've got a big, is it a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse coming up this week? 26th, full moon eclipse, that's what it is, I think. You got the 8 of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. What else? The Sun. I'll go one more through and see if there's anything else from, there we go. From the Herbal Tarot, Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's cool. All right, and then I want to get a couple of cards from the Druid Craft Tarot to see if we can see more messages coming through. These have different images on them, so they kind of invoke a little bit of different messages, although it is tarot, it's not oracle, so it's very similar to the Rider-Waite or the Universal Waite Tarot. Princess of Cups, Intuition, Ten of Swords, nice. I mean, it doesn't look nice, but it is, believe me. And I'm gonna go one more on this. King of Cups. Okay, nice. Okay. I almost want to say your ships are coming in. That's what I heard when I started pulling these cards and they started coming out. I heard that your ships are coming in. You're leveling up. You got a lot of people cards here. Well, actually not a lot, but a few people cards here. What's happening is your hard work is getting ready to pay off in a big way. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So what you've been working on really hard for is happening. I do feel like it is actual material for some of you guys, because there are several pentacles here that talk about money coming in toward you. And then this knight, going from the knight to the king, that's about leveling up, right? A Knight of Pentacles is underneath the king. When you go to the king, that's the highest of the suit. But we also have that same thing happening with the cups here. You got the Princess of Cups, which in this particular deck is would be like a page in the Universal Waite Tarot. It's usually a young, in this particular rendition, it's like a young woman, really, that is really emotional, very intuitive. She uses her intuition to make decisions. Notice her eyes are closed, so she doesn't make decisions based on what she sees out in the world around her. Her inner voice is really strong. So she uses that intuition. But then you also have the King of Cups. So you're going from what would be in the Universal Waite page to King in Cups, which is emotions, relationships, self-love, emotional fulfillment, emotional stability. So I just feel like there is an ending on the table here. You got the Ten of Swords here, so there is some kind of an ending. And this guy's got, look at all those swords he's got in his back. He's slumped over a rock. See the dark clouds in the distance. I think you've been going through some stuff. I think you've really been going through it. But no more. You're leveling up in the next 7 days. You got the Sun here, which is the happiest card in any deck. It represents joy, happiness, again, wish fulfillment, your dreams coming true, living in a place of emotional fulfillment and financial abundance, and not in a place of it, but in a state of it. I'm not talking about a physical place. But in both, and look, Cups, Pentacles, Pentacle, Cups. I really feel like the dark clouds are passing. It is over. It has been rough. There's been some people stabbing you in the back. There's been a situation that has hurt you tremendously. I will say this for the Ten of Swords. Sometimes this happens, like it happens to you. Sometimes it's you saying, stick a fork in me, I'm done. regardless, it is a definite ending that has happened. I feel like that's already happened. Maybe you've been dealing with the aftermath of that for a while. And in the next 7 days, it just turns. You just completely shift to having more than enough financially. And that includes, a beautiful home, food, clothing, shelter. All of your needs are taken care of, but I'm getting even more than that. I'm getting luxuries, being able to afford the finer things in life, travel, boats if you want one. You want a boat? Good times with friends and family, and just feeling really supported by the universe in all ways, actually. The sun also indicates breaking free from the past. It talks about, so that is another way that it tells me you have been through some rough times and your bright, happy future is right upon you. It's happening right now. Let's talk about the people we have again. We have Pisces, Cancer, Gemini energy. Now, I will say, because this is summer, June, July, that could be time frames for you guys. Like maybe look at those months, something happening in June and July. Maybe look for into May. Oh, we are coming into Gemini season. I forgot about that. We are in it. It's the 23rd. So something happening right now, June, July. Look for prosperity, look for good relationships, look for, if you've been looking for your soul tribe, that's coming into you. If you've been having some difficulties with your family, that's all being resolved. And you're going to enjoy good, happy times together. Whatever it is that you've been wishing for, have you been wishing for a relationship? That's coming into you. It's all coming to you. There's a major shift that's happening that brings you in abundance in all areas of your life, which is beautiful. So I'm just looking for final messages from the angels and ancestors. You got direction, guardian, choose your path. Wow, that's a nice, look at that. North, south, east, and west. You got representatives of air, earth, fire, and cups. Air, earth, fire, and emotions. Water. Which kind of goes into this abundant, it's all areas. Whatever is happening, the shift that's happening in the next 7 days where your ships are coming in, it's not just about a new job. It's not just about one thing or a new car. It's like a rich, abundant life in all areas that encompasses all elements. Fire representing adventure, water representing emotions, earth representing the practical things, stability, and air representing like the mental, whatever you would call it, not mental stability, but not being negative, being positive in your thoughts and that kind of thing. It's just abundance in all directions and coming from all areas. This is a very interesting reading. Okay, just one final from the Sacred Traveler. What do you need to do, if anything? I got about 10 seconds here. Let's see if I can pull it out real quick. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Honestly, I think this is in your past. I feel like this is where you've been. The pathway has been narrow. You haven't been able to see your way through. And you've had to just keep going. It's like this woman right here, kind of with your eyes closed, one step at a time, moving forward, not being able to see anything very clearly at all. Well, that all breaks wide open this week. And abundance comes to you from all areas. The pathway is opening up. And you can see You can see clearly again, basically, because the sun is shining. You can see the pathway, and you will find that you are on the right path. This says choose your path. I think you've already chosen it, and I think you've been it's been slow going up until now, and now it breaks wide open, and it starts getting really good, by the way. Okay, that's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3, these are going to be your messages for the next 7 days. Pile 3 did have the rose quartz and the aqua ore quartz on it. Love and more love. And angel messages, actually. Clear communication with the divine. So I'm going to time this reading, 10 minutes. I'm pulling the cards as we go, and I'm just letting the messages come out. Whatever wants to come out, that's what we're going to go with. Just shuffle these here for a second. We do have that lunar eclipse coming up on the 20th. Or is it a solar eclipse? Honestly, I cannot remember. It's a full moon eclipse. Maybe look that up. It might be significant for you guys. I kind of like Gregory Scott for that kind of stuff. I think he knows a lot about, he really studies like the stars and the heavens and all the planetary activity and that kind of stuff. So check him out. I'm sure he has a reading about it out on his website. Pile 3. What's happening for pile 3 in the next 7 days? Let's see what we got here. Pile 3. Knight of Swords and 4 of Swords. What else for pile 3? That flew right off the table. 3 of Wands. And let's go one more pass through for pile 3. Anything else you want to say? Well, that just popped out. We'll take it. That's a lot of cards. But boy, they fell out, so we're going to take them. Okay, 9 of Wands. The World. The Tower. The King of Wands. And the Lover's card. All right, I have been taking a couple of Druid Craft Tarot. I don't know that I need them on this one. We got so many cards to work with here, but I will pull a couple from the Druid Craft Tarot. Let's see what we got. Stop that just for a second. Taking so long to shuffle these cards. I don't know what's happening. What do we got for pile 3? 6 of Cups. Prince of Wands. Okay, there's definitely movement. You've got several, these, the Prince in this deck is like the Knight in the Universal Weight, and Wands is energy. So you got new energy coming in here this week. Out with the old. The 9 of Wands is being battle worn, being exhausted over something that you've been working on, but you're taking I think you've taken a rest from it. So you have had time to take care of yourself a little bit from this exhaustion that you've had. Now things are moving forward. Definite movement here. You got, first of all, the Tower and the World. I'm going to talk about these two together because I think they go together. I think this is kind of the gist of what is happening. This old way, whatever it was, is crumbling. It is leaving. It is going out of your life, and a new cycle is coming in. The World is, there's a circle there for a reason. Cycles always end and begin. When one cycle ends, another begins, right? And it is that way. That is what life is about, actually. Endings and beginnings. So what we have here is this burden being swept away. Again, it does look like you have had an opportunity to rest from it a little bit. But now Spirit is coming in and sweeping it away so that you can start a new cycle. Now, this Lover's card can indicate that you got a relationship coming in here, because there are a lot of there are a lot of energies of men, I will say. It really looks like male energy here that's coming in. So either you're a man dating men, or a woman mating. I can't even talk. You're either a woman dating men, or you're a man dating men, because I really feel like, and I don't very often do this, most of the time, the energies of the people are just people, and we all have masculine and feminine in us, so that they can be read either way. Even if it's a king, it can be read like a woman, you know, because women can represent as queen, which means they're the highest in that suit. I'm not feeling that this time. I'm really feeling like this is a male energy coming towards someone. If a relationship is what is happening, it's not for everybody in the next 7 days, but I do think that's part of what might be turning and what might be changing. A choice in love. You've got a choice between a couple of people. One of them has fiery energy, which means they're passionate and enthusiastic and interesting and adventurous, that kind of person. And then one of them has mental energy, which means they're communicative, they're idealistic, they have a lot of integrity, professor types, you know, they think a lot, that kind of person. So that is for some of you. I do feel like that ending this cycle is putting you on a new path, and it's putting you on a new adventure. It's definitely putting you in a new cycle of your life. But for some of you, it has to do with an actual relationship that's coming in. For some of you, it is a new adventure. You've actually looked out on the world and you've decided what it is that you want to do. You have, okay, so in the Two of Wands, you're prospecting. You've got those 2 wands in your hand. You're looking out at the world. You're seeing what you want to do. In the Three of Wands, you've made a decision and you're taking it up and you're moving forward. And that's going to be different for all of you guys. What it is that you want and what it is that you're moving forward toward this week in the next 7 days is an adventure that you want, one that you have put out into the universe. King of Wands, very adventurous king, entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe you're starting a new adventure that could turn into a lucrative business down the road. Maybe it's a hobby, or okay, maybe you like to jump out of airplanes. Maybe you can do a parachuting school, or it's some kind of, maybe you like to do extreme, what is that, extreme mountain biking, whatever, when they're out doing the crazy stuff. You like to do that. You go out on an adventure, you learn to do that. Maybe you can start a business from it. It's that kind of thing. Aries energy here and Gemini energy. Fire and air is the energies of the people in these cards here. For some of you, what is this adventure is something that you have wanted for a really long time. So this is kind of a card of nostalgia for your childhood, right? These two people are playing out these two kids are playing outside, and they're just having fun, and they're just daydreaming, and they're just being their happy little kid selves with no worries, right? This father is looking out at them and with a kind of a wistful look on his face. I remember what it was like to be that carefree and to have those carefree days when you didn't have to worry about anything. So for some of you, this adventure that's coming into you, that you're starting on this week, that you're embarking on, is something that you wanted. It goes back to your childhood. You've wanted it for a very long time. So basically what you're getting is movement. Both of these, fast-moving energy. The Prince of Wands is fast-moving energy, and the Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy. It's unexpected, too. The Knight of Swords can be like something unexpected coming in to move you toward this adventure that you're going to have. And again, that's going to be different for all of you. What's adventure to you? What do you like to do? It's that kind of thing. For some of you, it's an adventurous new relationship, a passionate lover. And for some of you, or a relationship that introduces adventure into your life, like maybe you start dating someone that is a skydiver or something like that. So the last thing we want to do here is get a final message from our Angels and Ancestors Oracle here for pile 3 and see if there's any other message that needs to come through for pile 3. What else you got? All right, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. This has for some of you guys, this has something to do with something that happened in your childhood. A pattern of something that you're breaking. Maybe a pattern of drudgery. Does that make sense? You know, like some families, and particularly, you know, my parents' generation, they didn't venture too far from their little world. They came from farming communities. They worked hard all their lives to basically to feed their families and to survive. But most of those people in that neighborhood that we came from, that we grew up in, they never left. So they stayed, their world was very small, and they stayed in the little community that they were raised in. Okay, so that's just the way they were. That's just the way for generations and generations our people have been. So this, in a reading like this, when you're breaking a pattern that you know you've had since childhood and that goes back generations and generations, in this particular example that I'm giving, what you're doing is going out into the world and having an adventure and starting something on your own, an entrepreneurial kind of thing, a business of your own, not, you know, something that, not just staying in this location, maybe getting a menial job and working to take care of your family. It's more exciting, it's more adventurous. Okay, that's just one example. It's going to be different for all of you. And then the last thing that I want to do is get a card from the Sacred Traveler, just to see if there's anything that you need to do or if there's any action that you need to take. What does pile 3 need to do? Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. You kind of don't need to do anything. It looks like some beautiful magic is coming into your life, and I think it's a huge adventure, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It certainly is very fast-moving energy that brings you some fun and excitement. I like that. Okay, that's all I have for pile 3. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.